Hey, great! Hi, everybody. We are coming to you from England, and we're coming from Italy, which is me, and Tony, which is in America. So we're being very international tonight, and we are going to be talking about spiritual business. So we are really, really excited to introduce Tony, who is one of our master teachers, and we're going to be discussing various things. So welcome, Tony. How are you today?
I'm doing great. It's a little bit cold here in the US, but I'm feeling amazing. It's great to have to be part of this with you beautiful ladies and everybody that's joining us. Hello.
Hi. Yep, we are. Hello, everybody. And so, yeah, we're just actually doing the olive pick over here in Italy. So it's actually really nice and sunny. It's about 20 degrees, so 70 for you guys, and we are having fun. So that's going to be really superb. How are you today, Monica? Hello.
I'm very good, and I wish I could say we had 20 degrees here, but it's not. It's wet and rainy, but that's London. So
Never
hello,
mind.
everyone. Hello, you beautiful people.
Okay, well, I'll send some sun over. I'll send some olive oil where we're pressing it,
Yes,
and it
please.
goes down. Yeah, it goes down the road, and we press it, and then that is the olive oil. That's what's called extra virgin. So anyway, I shall get back on the subject. Okay, spiritual business. Yes, I'm often known for trotting off on my own little angles. So, Tony, what do you think makes a really good spiritual business? What attracts people for spiritual business?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. It's really interesting right now. I don't know if there's ever been a better time in history to actually have a spiritual type business. That consciously, the last couple of years we've been building up to this, what they're calling this awakening or whatever you want to call it. And so the people that have been doing, all the legwork from all those years ago and feeling awkward, like why I feel like this and why I feel so connected to this and that, what's going on with me? Like all of those people right now are going down this path of like, I really enjoy what I've been feeling, and I want to figure out a way to teach that and learn that. And so, for me, even though I've been in the space for 25 plus years or whatever it's been, I feel like my whole life, it's like me, I'm constantly learning and constantly wanting to learn. And I believe like now's the best time to be doing a spiritual business because there is so much to learn. Like like the other day I went and bought a Jew's harp, just because I heard a guy doing a meditation with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to learn how to do that. So now I can incorporate this in my practice and I can use it in my meditation. So the thing I could tell everybody is keep that quench, that thirst, that excitement about learning and, being open to discovering something new. Because just when you think like, oh, I got it, come on. You guys all know. You guys all know there's something right around the corner that says, wow, you don't know anything, do you, Tony? So it's one of those few professions, this few paths that you can be on that is multidimensional and can take you so many different ways. So it's a great time to be doing that. I would just say be a product of your product. Don't talk about meditation and do not teach meditation. Don't do something and not be a product of it. So be a product of your product would be a big, big thing. So when they see you, like they just go, oh, he's got it or she's got it. I want to work with her. I want her to show me, how to navigate through all this feeling that I'm having right now. So.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm with you on that. I never think that I know everything. In fact, I always think that I know absolutely pretty much nothing. But it's absolutely fabulous that these different doors open when you least expect it. And we were just talking before we actually came on about how you can feel more with two distinct areas, which is when you are near somebody who's got a lot of their energy points open, you can really feel so much more. And that's what happens when you're near a very good teacher, a spiritual teacher. And another thing is that when you're in a specific place, if you're in a spiritual place, you can really feel a lot more. So we're really lucky here at the Abruzzo Borgo because we've got both fabulous teachers and we've got fabulous spiritual space, which allows people to understand more. So we've actually got some new membership things that are coming out right now, so we're going to maybe go through them, and we've been talking to Tony about them, so he's quite excited. He's obviously going to be one of our teachers, and he is absolutely superb. I mean, you can just feel, I mean, I can really feel the energy just absolutely zooming through him, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can too. So Tony, if you'd like to maybe take us through a bit of one of our Amber membership areas. I think Monica is ready with the screen.
Yeah,
so,
I want to go back to what you said really quick, Nikki, because it's very, very important. You know, you talked about when you're around someone that you can really sense that this person, you know, energetically has got something, right? You can feel that. And it's crazy. Although I've never been to Italy, I've never been on your property, but you can feel the way that you describe the property. But then when you see the property, like my hair's standing up right now, like I can feel what I'm saying is like really, really good. You can feel just through images and someone's energy what this piece of property, whatever you're explaining, can do. And as you were showing me the pictures, and the last time that you and I did you were doing like a live or something, and you were taking me around the property. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go there because I want to feel that. Because when you're able to feel something, you're able to heal something. And so I really, as we talk about these memberships, you guys, it's one thing to be in the presence of someone who is a teacher that's, you know, allowing you to see and feel something different. But it's another thing when that person is doing it on a place that the entire ambiance energetically is inviting you in to even have a more profound effect. You know, it's one of those things where you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh my gosh, I just feel so alive and I so fresh and I feel so connected. And that's a very wonderful thing when that happens. So I'm excited to share these memberships with people. Obviously, too, for people that are in the spiritual thing, one of the things I always have done since day one, for as long as I can remember, is I've always invested in myself. I will spend more money on me learning something versus than me buying something. Like, how many pairs of shoes can a man have? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many purses can a woman have? And so once you like see the value of what that brings versus the value of investing yourself, there's a big difference. And what I love about these memberships, what you're literally saying to you, and you're saying to your potential clients, and you're saying to the universe, which is even a bigger thing, is that you're willing to do what I call not the work, but the good. I call you willing to do the good so that you can be better for people. So I'm always investing. I don't know how many memberships that I have, and it's not Netflix. Like, I have memberships for everything because I want to learn and I want to grow and I want to discover and I want to feel and I want to become a better version of myself every day. That's it. I want to be better tomorrow, whenever tomorrow gets here, than I am today. And if I keep doing that, look out, world. Look out. Let's go. I'm ready to see these memberships.
Here we go. Your wish is my command here tonight.
Yeah. And the great thing about the memberships, you guys, this is we want to make sure that there's some intimacy involved, and so that you can see we're looking for 20 lady pioneers. We want to make sure that you're getting the most out of the membership. You know, you're not going to be in a group where there's 25,000 people or 1,000 people or hundreds of people. And so if you're one of these people, you guys can read that's on there. If you're one of these people that want that initial guidance, you want to have some one-on-one instruction, not tons, because maybe you're really extremely busy, but this is what I call like the cherry on top of what you're doing. Everything you're seeing here is that cherry on top, and all the benefits, you guys. You can see the Zoom calls that we do. Everything is designed to, number one, have you see something in you that you might not be seeing, or help further along something that you're doing. And it's always great to have a third eye, pun intended. It's always great to have a third eye watching you. And that's one of the things I preach is like, I don't think I'm so good that I know how to do everything. And so we're going to help you with your business. We're going to help you with, marketing. We're going to help you all these different things. And then obviously the cost, again, it's so inexpensive when you really think of, number one, the time, which, by the way, the most valuable commodity that you have and that we all have is that valuable amount of time. And so when we really appreciate that, when you spend the time with us, we're going to make sure that you're getting more than what you came for. And, if obviously you need help and want more extensive, more training, a more in-depth look, then we have other membership. This is a great way for people to come in. And again, it's very, very inexpensive and tons of value.
Great, yes, and obviously every one of our memberships, you actually get to come to Italy, and you can become part of our long weekend, which is going to be absolutely fabulous. So you go to various spiritual sites, you meet all the people that you've been on Zoom calls with, and so it's just going to be really, really exciting. And we've actually got, this is our the Amber membership, which is the one we've just seen. All of these can be seen on spiritualawakeningscircle.com. So if you want to go over there, I think Monica is going to put that into the comments below, or we'll do it afterwards. You just click on the different memberships to see what they're all about. So basically, the Amber membership is all about learning about different topics to do with the spiritual awakening. And we've got wonderful teachers like Tony who will be teaching different sections. So you'll be able to get to know different areas of spiritual awakening, how you can open up more, how you can feel more, and how you can, if you've got any problems, you've got somebody here to be able to speak to ask questions for. We're really big on protection, spiritual protection. That's really important for me, because when actually I had my spiritual awakening, it was a bit missing. And so I go flying around the room with sort of no grounding or anything. So I'm very into helping people understand how to do this protection and the grounding and things like that. So it's all really, really exciting. We've got a fabulous new offer, and that is for 3 months. It's on special offer for €49. So that's about $54 or whatever. So that's for 3 months. And with that, you'll actually get weekly, okay, normally they're bi-weekly, but we're actually going to be doing weekly Zoom calls, and where people are going to be able to have, first of all, we'll have this really nice teaching for 10 minutes about a certain subject, and then people can come, they can ask about the subject, they can go much more deeper if they want to. And after that, there's also going to be a section where if you've got a specific problem about something, you will be able to speak to our master teachers about how you can overcome it. So that's really exciting too. So I'm just really looking forward to it, because my role is actually to create the plate on which other people can shine. So Spirit has given me to be a custodian of this absolutely wonderful village, which is all about helping people. And so it sort of draws people like Tony, who is absolutely fabulous, to our place to become to teach, to experience himself as well, and to have an absolutely to really open up spiritually. So I'm just really, really excited about it all.
That one was only, what'd you say, €49?
Yes, for 3 months. Yeah.
You want to check that price? You want to check that price again? Should be a lot higher than that for the value you're getting. I like that one. That's a good one. $54 for 3 months. Oh my God. Okay. I like that one.
Yeah. But the limited spaces, let's add that. We have a space for 20 lady pioneers. So that will be the time to sign up, ladies.
Or gentlemen, if you want to be a gentleman as well. You don't. It doesn't have to be ladies. It's just that generally there are ladies, a lot of us about, because we seem to awaken at the 50-year-old mark. A lot of people are actually arriving on that, so we're going with what we have. But yes,
I'm a bit younger than that.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of the oldies and goodies.
Great. You are not the oldest, but so are we moving to the next membership?
Yeah.
Well, this is the Emerald membership, and this is helping people with spiritual businesses. So I'll pass you back over to Tony to tell about businesses.
Yeah, this will be a little bit deeper dive on kind of really monetizing more about your business, and basically creating that identity for you to have some credibility, right? So a lot of people that I've worked with, and a lot of people I work with, are not coming from a spiritual background. They're business people, that maybe have lost their identity and are looking to get back and do something, and they don't know where to go. So this is a great place for us to, in this membership, to identify, your message, what you're doing, so you can create credibility in the marketplace, so that when you're out there talking, like, you have some an understanding of like your business and how you're monetizing through social media. If you were like me when I started, I don't know, Nikki and Monica, if you guys are like this, but when I started, on one Zoom or one Facebook post, I would be Tony the blah, blah, blah. And then the next one, I was now Tony the sound healer. And then over here, I was Tony the football player. And over here, I was Tony and it's like, and for people in the spiritual world, like, that is like the worst place to be, is when you're just bopping around, floating around like a fairy going, what am I supposed to be doing right now? So the great thing is, as you start to develop your skills, you start to find out what your passion is, then we can start honing in on that message, getting you comfortable behind, the camera, helping you see other streams of income with what you're doing. Like, for example, I do coaching one-on-one, I do group sessions, but also, if you look behind me, I do sound healing as well. So we want to make sure that we're helping you monetize all your gifts and talents. And, this is just creating a bigger awareness, which is going to allow you to grow. And the more that you're working in that space, the more your talents and skills that you've been blessed with, the more they're expanded. So we want you to stay, what I call staying in a lane, like find out what that lane is for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, we're working with our Emerald members at the moment, and I think that some of you will see them online. We've got quite a few of them being interviewed about the spiritual awakening. We've got this great thing called 9 minutes, 9 people. To do with the spiritual awakening. So we're interviewing 9 people on their spiritual awakening for 9 minutes. So it's really good, because there's all these questions that we've got, these 9 questions, and you can actually look at the questions beforehand, and it's really interesting to see how many different people are actually awakening in different ways. And that's all to do with creating visibility for our Emerald members. And we're also doing live interviews with them on the different things that they actually, that they sell, that they produce, and things like that. Because obviously, people who come to our website, our Facebook group as well, it's all about, they want to learn different things. So by promoting different people with different skills, you can actually, learn from an expert in that specific road, so to speak, because there's just so many roads, and so many people have different, everybody's road is different, everybody's path, that's the word. It was path, and everybody's everybody's path is different. And so it's exciting to feel what really resonates with you, and then you can see if that does resonate with you, and you can go down that path. So that was really exciting. So that's really cool as well.
Yeah, I love that 9 minutes. There's a company here in the States that has some of the top speakers in the world fly in, and they've only got like 9 minutes to get to the core of it, right? And that's it. And it doesn't matter who you are. You could be, Jeff Bezos from Amazon. You could be a doctor that's on a cure for cancer, but they've only got 9 minutes to do their thing, and it's beautiful. Like, you're just like engaged, taking notes, and it's a very great skill. It's a very great skill to be able to convey a feeling and a message in a short period of time like that. So great membership, you guys, to be part of. It's all about developing you and your brand, getting you comfortable, and then have you working with others in that space that can help lead you and guide you on your path to wherever you need to go.
Yay. Yep, absolutely. Our last one is Amethyst membership, and this is more one-on-one for somebody who really wants to sort of grow their business from A to Z, and also it includes coming over to the Abruzzo Borgo and staying with us for some time and growing your business there. So that's a bit sort of, that part of it's a bit on hold at the moment. Although, to be perfectly honest, you can actually come over from England and other places, because when you get to Italy, you actually have a test there and then in the airport. Then you go into quarantine for a day and you get the results of your test, and then you're out again. So that's great. The problem is when you come back, which is not so good. But anyway, as I say, that's more on hold now. So, but that's really about being in depth and helping people from A to Z, both from increasing their spiritual side from whichever pathway they would like to go, if they would like that, but mostly to do with their business and helping them really promote it and get go from A to Z.
Yeah, I this is the only one I would be interested in. I'm just well, and it's because for number one is I know the value of being able to travel to experience that one-on-one, that intimacy when you're doing your work, right? When you're doing that, and you get this, you get all the benefits of that. But the reality is the people that do this are the ones that are, again, energetically, that are really making it known that this is important to you. And I always look at things like this: what's good, what's better, what's best. And you guys, ladies, it doesn't matter where you fit in; just fall in where you fit in. Number one, but I always look at good, better, best, and you have to look at your situation where you're at right now, what you feel you need the most of, and they all have great benefit. They all have something for everybody. But I'm one of those people that go, here's how I do everything. It's like, okay, if I was to go find a job, right? Which I don't know what that is, but apparently people have jobs. But if I was to go work for somebody, I remember the very first job I had is I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners. You guys have Kirby vacuum cleaners where you're at? Have you heard the name Kirby?
My mother had one about 40 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was a dirt sucking salesman right out of the United States Air Force. That was my first job. And when I sat there, I go, okay, I'll do this, but I want to be trained by the best person in the office. Like, I don't want to do things where everybody else is doing. I don't want that. Like, if I'm going to do this and devote my time, my energy, I want to learn from the best. And they go, well, that's not going to happen because he doesn't work with anybody. And after 3 days, I get a phone call and says, he's willing to meet with you. I met with them. And I spent an amazing week on the road with them. And that's all he had to train me. And I went out and did my thing. So I say that because there was a good way where I could just got in and have them make all of their appointments. There was another way where I could have made my own appointments. And then the best way was to find out who was the guy and see if he'd be willing to work with me. And he did. And I became the number 2 guy in that location behind him. So him and I were always 1 and 2 every month. But it's because I made that decision energetically. Like I wanted it all. If I'm going to do this, I want to get the most out of the time, the effort, the energy that I was spending understanding all that. So for those that are, thinking about it, I always say, hey, put your hand on your heart, say, heart, what you want me to do? And if you want me to do this one over here, because I'm going to get all the attention I need, it's going to be a very elite group of people in this section, the VIP section, and I want to travel as soon as it's available, then that's where you want to go. If you're somebody that's just new, say, you know what? I'm in a new dress right now. I'm in a new suit right now. I don't even know what to do next. Then, just pick one that you're comfortable with. And the main thing though is do something. If you feel compelled to go, you know what, this is it, then do it. And then allow us to then step up and do what we love to do, which is keep you moving down the track.
Absolutely. We're trains on a track. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yep. Absolutely. That was wonderful. Thank you, Tony. I really appreciated that. That was absolutely brilliant. Yes, I mean, it's just, I'm just really excited about the whole thing because I just love Tony's energy. I love Angel's energy. I love Michael the Shaman's energy. It's just absolutely fabulous. And working with these people is just, for me, the icing on the cake. I just jump out of bed in the morning and say, yes, and it's just absolutely wonderful to be able to, in these trying times, to actually have that energy and that feeling that everything is still okay, even when everything seems to be crashing around us, So
we have to, the people that are in this space, like all of you, the people that are in this space it's the next evolution that's coming for humanity are people like everybody that's part of this circle, everybody that's part of this organization. You guys, this is what's happening next. And this big movement, this big light movement this awakening, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to latch onto. Like this is the next thing for people. And there are people right now that are struggling so bad, that are so desperate to figure out what's going on, so lost, that they need all of us. They need all of us to somehow shine our lights so they can see us and, welcome them in. And that's what I love about, this circle, is that you ladies have created something that is very, number one, very inviting. It's very welcoming. It's, I feel comfortable, and that's why I'm involved, because this is what I want to bring to the world. I want to bring this group of people, all of you, everybody that's watching this, like all of us are the next big movement that this world needs to see. So don't take that for granted. Don't take that lightly, guys. There's a lot of wonderful things that are coming down the pipe that you get to be part of. And you're gonna have a lot of people, more clients than you can possibly imagine, saying, teach me, teach me, teach me. So be ready for it. But we need to get you ready for it now. We need to get you trained and get you comfortable and get you knowing what that is. When you speak and when people are around you, they can feel exactly what you're about. Without you having to really do much. Okay. And that's what we're going to help you do.
Superb. Thank you. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. It's just so exciting to actually be here in these times. And I'm really, really grateful for you, Tony, for you, Monica, and for everything that is actually happening. That we're still, trying to go, on our path. So that's the most important.
Yep.
Great stuff. Okay. Right. Has anybody else got anything? Monica, have you got anything you'd like to say? Has anybody got any questions? Anybody in the audience who likes to give any questions?
We had no questions as such. Lots of hellos and love, which is great. And we are grateful for all your love and wonderful members. And I'm grateful for you, Nikki, and what you are doing with us. You are the founder of the group, and you brought the vision, which we loved and followed, and it's amazing. And I have to add to bring the full picture that I'm actually a student of Tony. I had the pleasure of attending a training with Tony, and then I followed some online trainings as well, so I can give you the first-hand experience from face-to-face online trainings I received, and now I've got this wonderful opportunity to work with Tony and Nikki, and it's that's what happens when we are on the right path, when we are aligned. Things happen. I was not imagining it 12 months ago, and here we go. It's happening. So we are definitely on the right path. And we know the members are following us, who are joining the programs, who are joining the courses, who are seeking and finding are on the right path. So keep doing the right work, the good work, as someone told me in the past, and everything is possible. That's my optimistic message as a closing line from me, at least. Thank you so much.
Tony, last words from Tony?
I'm just in awe of greatness. I can tell you that. I'm surrounded by beautiful people all the time. And this connection that we have, the three of us, is not anything that I don't think that's anything but divine, is the best way to describe it. And I'm here from the United States, allowing my energy to be shared with all of you, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you know what your calling is, there are not enough hours in the day to experience all the love from people, all the gratitude that I get to, as I move through my day, that I get to experience. And so I just invite all of you to embrace this time, but more importantly, like, step up. You know what I'm saying? It's like there comes a time where you just have to break out of the shell, and you got to spread those wings, kind of like a butterfly. You just gotta go. And I can tell you that the water's warm. I can tell you that the winds are nice and calm and breezy. You're going to be all right. But we need you to step up. Like, we need people to step into their greatness and step into the light and truly discover themselves at a deeper level, and then share that, teach that, to teach that. It's one thing knowing all this stuff, but how you really grow and how I've really grown, like Monica says that I taught her, what Monica doesn't know is that she taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she taught me as I'm teaching her. And so the more that we can be teachers, the more we have opportunity to expand, you know, who we are as individuals. And so anybody I work with, it's like, I'm going to get you to take that step, and I'm going to get you to feel what that feels like. And then guess what's going to happen next? We're going to take another step. And I want you just to constantly go through life, taking these big, beautiful steps, knowing that the water's going to be warm, that the wind is going to blow, and it's going to be nice, and all is well. And there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Let's go. Let's go change people's lives.
Great. Okay, I think we actually do have a question from Lana. As a member, is there classes provided for each person? Yes, from each person, absolutely. We've got, especially our master teachers, they definitely will be teaching different classes. It's more them than me, for example, and more. The most important thing is getting, you know, real good value. So yes, all of our master teachers will be teaching, and they will all have different classes that they will be doing, and you'll be able to talk to them direct on the Zoom calls that we've got. So yes, that's the answer to that. Great. Well, Tony, thank you so much for being here. We so loved it. And thank you, Monica, as always, for being here. And thank you guys for actually listening to us. We really appreciate it. And it's just lovely to be part of this wonderful group of people. So thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikki.